Hurricane Humberto is showing signs of intensification this evening, now with winds on our estimates of 120 miles per hour and a pressure of 950 millibars. It's still sweeping towards Bermuda at this intensity, and hurricane force winds are possible there. On the CDPS scale in Bermuda, we're looking at stage 4 conditions. The wind speed won't be quite so high as at the center of the storm, but the rainfall potential is also there as well for up to 2 inches of rain. That could actually be a little bit higher than that if the storm does shift a bit further south than the forecast. Here it is right now then, 31.3 north, 71 degrees west, and there it is in relation to those land masses nearby. It's in between the United States coast and Bermuda, pretty much halfway now. 375 miles from Bermuda, 717 from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, 990 from Halifax, Nova Scotia, 1480 from St. John's, Newfoundland, and 2286 from Flores in the Azores. A hurricane warning remains in effect for Bermuda. It has been in effect for much of the day, and that will continue into tomorrow. We are still a bit concerned that the storm is going to move a bit further south of the forecast, and that would deliver significant hurricane force winds to the island. Hopefully it remains significantly far towards the north so that hurricane conditions may not occur there. The rainfall trail, according to the GFS model that we're looking on the screen here, would appear to be quite far away from Bermuda itself. You can see there late on in that model run as well, there's some more rainfall creeping up from the south. That might be other tropical systems down there from the main development region. But ahead of Humberto, sea surface temperatures look like this, around 26 or 27 degrees Celsius. Will probably rise just a little bit until it passes Bermuda, then it will drop quite sharply. So Humberto doesn't have that much time on its hands. Here is a look at that wind field, which is all important really. You can see there the hurricane force winds just clipping Bermuda. What GFS is picking up on in that field there as well is that it certainly looks like a storm that has its eye walls not fully in sync and probably detached. That may still be the case with the storm. It was certainly like that the other day, and that's probably why that for a lot of the storm's life we've been looking at lower wind speed estimates from the recon planes than what we've been seeing on the satellite. Nonetheless, a 92% chance of tropical storm force winds in Bermuda, 24% at Sable Island, 8% at St. John's, 7% at Sydney, and 10% at St. Pierre. So the chances there very low for those regions of Atlantic Canada that are still wary after Dorian. This is what the models are saying. HWRF and HMON, look at that, calling for a Category 4 peak, and that's tomorrow. That is in the face of very high wind shear. I would say that today is really the last chance for this storm to really do some intensification. Some people suggest that maybe it's actually finished with that, but sea surface temperatures are rising a little bit during the 18th, so that is something we should be watching out for, potential intensification over the course of Wednesday. Here's a look at how the storm's actually been looking in those latest frames, and do I spy a possible dip to the south in those latest satellite frames? Yes, it certainly looks that way. So certainly Bermuda, be on your guard for this. It is still south of Bermuda's latitude, and as long as that remains the case, the potential for hurricane force winds is very likely indeed. Hopefully it takes a bit more of a turn towards the north. The storm structure itself, as you can see, is in fits and starts there by the looks of things on the satellite imagery. Incomplete eye walls by the looks of things, but the eye itself is really holding on quite well. The eye temperature's been pretty good over the last few days, not quite as good as it was earlier, but what's really making up for that right now is the convection, which puts it quite solidly, at least on satellite appearance, as a Category 3 storm, and possibly towards high-end Category 3 status as well. We'll keep watching and see if this intensifies any more. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. With a special thanks to these people for being our most valued patrons this month. You can also check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description.